Hello and welcome to Snooze Stories. Before we begin, I invite you to locate a blissful function and take a few deep breaths. Allow yourself to let go of any stress or anxiety from the day and create a peaceable surroundings for yourself. You may favor to dim the lights, mild a candle or diffuse some indispensable oils, and make positive you might not be disturbed. Now, shut your eyes and think about yourself in a tranquil place, someplace you experience secure and calm. It should be a beach, a forest, a mountain, or a blissful room. Picture the small print of this region in your mind, the colors, the textures, the sounds, the scents. Let your creativeness take you there and permit yourself to totally immerse in the peaceable atmosphere. As you breathe in, think about that you are inhaling peace and relaxation, and as you breathe out, think about that you are exhaling stress and tension. Focus on your breath and let it turn out to be slower and deeper. If your thought begins to wander, gently deliver it again to your breath and your peaceable place. Now, let's do a rest workout to launch any bodily anxiety in your body. Starting with your toes, curl them tightly for a few seconds, and then launch them completely. Feel the rest spreading to your feet, your ankles, your calves, your thighs. Then, clench your fists and maintain them tight for a few seconds, and then launch them. Feel the leisure spreading to your arms, your shoulders, your neck. Finally, scrunch up your face and maintain it for a few seconds, and then launch it. Feel the rest spreading to your forehead, your temples, your cheeks, your jaw. You are now totally comfortable and prepared to embark on our sleep story journey. Just proceed to breathe deeply and calmly, and let the story transport you to a world of creativeness and wonder. Remember that you are protected and secure, and that you can continually return to this peaceable country of idea on every occasion you want it. Now, let's start our sleep story. As time passed, Jack endured to go to the library, and he grew to become an acquainted face to the librarian and the different team of workers members. He would spend hours looking the shelves, looking for new books to examine and mastering extra about the magical realm he had discovered. One day, as he used to be analyzing in his preferred nook of the library, he seen a team of teenagers coming into the building. They had been all round his age, and they seemed simply as excited to be there as he was. Jack watched as the librarian welcomed the kids and confirmed them round the library. As they walked by way of him, one of the young people stopped and requested him what he used to be reading. Jack smiled and confirmed her the call of the book, inviting her to study it with him. As the two of them read, greater and extra adolescents gathered around, and soon they have been all sitting together, misplaced in the pages of the book. Jack realized that he cherished sharing his love of analyzing with others and knew that he desired to assist others find out the magic of the library simply as he had. He approached the librarian and requested if there used to be something he ought to do to help. She smiled and recommended that he grow to be a volunteer at the library, supporting young people locate new books to examine and sharing his love of analyzing with them. Jack jumped at the probability and spent the subsequent a number of years volunteering at the library, turning into a cherished member of the workforce and a mentor to the teens who got here to visit. He persevered to study and discover the magical realm. However, he additionally located pleasure in supporting others find out the equal feel of surprise and pleasure that he had located in the library. Years passed, and Jack grew up. However, his love of studying and the magical library by no means faded. He grew to become a writer, stimulated with the aid of the testimonies he had examined and the adventures he had taken. He committed his lifestyles to spreading the pleasure of reading, writing books that took readers on journeys to new and thrilling worlds, simply like the magical library had finished for him. And each time he visited the library, he felt an experience of gratitude and wonder, understanding that it had opened up a world of magic and opportunity to him and helped him find out his ardor for studying and writing. He knew that the magical library would constantly maintain a one-of-a-kind region in his coronary heart and in the hearts of all who entered its doors. As Jack's repute grew as a writer, he frequently lowered back to the magical library, the place he would spend hours misplaced in the books that had stimulated him to pursue his passion. He would regularly locate himself reflecting on his experience through the magical realm and how it had formed him into the character he used to be today. One day, as he used to be looking the shelves, he observed a new area that had been delivered to the library. It was once stuffed with books that he had by no means considered before, books that he knew had been written by way of some of the youngsters he had helped all through his years as a volunteer. Jack's coronary heart swelled with satisfaction as he realized that he had performed a small section in assisting these teenagers find out their very own love of analyzing and writing. He knew that the magical library was once a location of limitless possibility, the place absolutely everyone may want to discover the idea they wanted to pursue their desires and passions. As he made his way lower back to the entrance, Jack paused to take in the sight of the magical library one greater time. He marveled at its grandeur, its countless cabinets stretching as a ways as the eye ought to see, crammed with books that held the keys to infinite worlds of magic and wonder. He knew that the library would continually be a supply of remedy and inspiration, a location, the place he may want to come to discover solace and to discover new horizons. And he knew that he would by no means overlook the ride he had taken through the magical realm, and the training it had taught him about the strength of creativeness and the magic of reading. As Jack stepped out of the library and into the world beyond, he felt a feel of reason and a renewed ardor for his craft. He knew that he would proceed to write testimonies that would encourage and enchant readers, simply as the magical library had stimulated and enchanted him. And he knew that he would constantly be grateful for the magical library and the ride it had taken him on, a trip that had modified his lifestyles and led him to his genuine calling. For Jack, the magical library would continually be a beacon of hope and possibility, a location, the place something used to be possible, and the magic of the written phrase reigned supreme. Years went by, and Jack endured to go to the magical library, observing it develop and exchange over time. New books have been added, new sections have been created, and new readers and writers entered its doorways each and every day. But no count how tons it changed, the library remained a consistent supply of suggestion and marvel for Jack. As he grew older, Jack started out to share the testimonies of the magical library and the adventures he had taken inside its partitions with his very own teens and grandchildren. He would take them on guided excursions via the shelves, pointing out his favorite books and sharing the classes he had realized alongside the way. And simply as he had achieved when he used to be a younger boy, Jack's teenagers and grandchildren grew to be enchanted with the magic of the library, spending hours exploring its extensive series of books and discovering new worlds and adventures with every flip of the page. As Jack watched his household develop and trade over time, he realized that the magic of the library had touched them all, simply as it had touched him so many years before. He knew that the library would continually be a region of possibility, the place anybody may want to find out their personal passions and dreams, and he felt a feel of pleasure and gratitude for the function it had performed in his personal existence and in the lives of so many others. And so, as Jack approached the cease of his very own journey, he knew that the magical library would proceed to encourage and enchant generations to come, filling their hearts and minds with the strength of creativeness and the magic of reading. And he knew that, even as he left this world behind, the library would stay a beacon of hope and possibility, a location, the place something was once feasible, and the magic of the written phrase would by no means fade.